Ernesto. Okay, so here we have your 3Z. It's a 6-speed system, but in a manual configuration. Okay, so let me go through this with you. I'm going to start on the right hand side. You've got a branch coming down here, and it goes down to your O2 sensor, right hand bank. Okay, on the split you've got a 4-pin connector over there that plugs into your alternator. That's all been wired, and your charge light is basically in your client plug, which we will get to in a minute. Show you how that all works. So the only thing that you need to do on your alternator is basically plug that in, and then obviously connect your charge output to your battery. Okay. You've got a bridge coming out of here. This goes to a 5-pin connector which plugs into your airflow meter. Okay. I don't know if you're using the intake pipe, but we'll go through that. Just make sure that your airflow meter is the right way around. Okay, your VVT actuators. Okay, you got new connectors on there. Your EFI water temp sensor. It's also is a new connector, and then we add in this one over here, which is for your temperature gauge on your dashboard. If you look just under your EFI water temp sensor, you've got a stopper plug. Just screw that out and buy a probe, a sender unit. Okay, and that'll plug straight into it if you buy a Toyota one. Okay, 6-pin throttle body. So because it's the 6-speed. Okay, so boot goes over there. Right, all of your injector connectors have been replaced. They needed to be replaced. Okay, your cam position sensor over here has been replaced. None of your coils, packs, connectors have been replaced because they never go bad. This is for your variable throttle length actuator. Okay, so very important you plug that in. Earth strap on the right hand side and on the left hand side. Make sure that both of these are tight. The management system relies on those two. Okay, you sent in your starter harness. We've gone through that. This is not yours, obviously. I don't strip down the motors every harness that comes in, but we've gone through that. The only connector that needed to be replaced there was your solenoid connector. Okay, so that has been replaced. And I see that you actually sent your knock sensors too, so just make sure that you put all of them back. They're vital for the system, okay, otherwise it'll go into a limp mode. Okay, coming down here, exactly the same thing as the other side. You've got all your injector connectors have all been replaced, your coil connectors have not. Okay, this is for evap. You don't need to plug this in. It should not give you a code. If you do use it, it will work. If you don't use it, codes will not be shown. This is basically the same as what's on this side. It's basically a screen, a noise filter, okay, for your positive supplies on the motor, so you don't get a whining sound on your car radio. Okay, around here, VVTi actuator again has been replaced, and your left hand cam position sensor connector has been replaced. Your front one did not need to be replaced. She still feels good. And coming down here, you go to your crank sensor and to your oil pressure connector. I've just got a bridge wire in here because running a different sump to what you're running on yours. So that's all pretty straightforward. Okay, around here you go down and it bridges out, and this goes to your fuse box. Inside your fuse box you'll see you've got your 2 EFI relays, you've got your 2 fuel pump control relays, and you've got a starter relay. These are all the fuses that are needed in the system. Engine light and an earth terminal. Just we put that in every fuse box basically. But yeah, you can use that if you ever want to check any of your fuses for 12 volt. Okay, EFI relays, you've got 2, one controlled via your ignition, the other one controlled via the ECU. Your fuel, you've got 2, one controlled for the priming. So in other words, when you go into crank cycle, it'll switch on the pump, and as soon as you let go of the crank cycle, then the computer will hold on the pump. Okay, and then obviously start a motor solenoid or start a motor relay. All of that is explained in the bottom of the fuse box lid, so you've got a reference there of what is what. Okay, we also send in a welcome pack for you, so that'll have everything in there as well. But if you have any questions, you can just give us a shout. Okay, so coming down here, you've got your main positive going straight, so that goes straight to your battery positive. That is your main power supply for the system. Okay, ECU, I think we supplied you the ECU as far as I can remember. In fact, yes, we supplied you the ECU. This ECU has been flashed. It's got a performance map on it as well, so that will give you a little bit more power. Okay, and then this is your client plug. Very simple. You've basically, let me show you from your side of the client plug. So you've basically got a plug like that. Okay, all of these wires are in your folder that you will get. Okay, it'll explain exactly what they are, but it's very simple. Top row is fuel, ignition start, rev counter, temperature gauge, oil light, charge light. Okay, the middle row has to do with your diagnostics. So there you've got your OBD2 connector. Okay, you can extend those wires if you like. Just join them color to color. Okay, and then the last 6 down here are for your accelerator pedal. What I've done there is I have extended this for you, and I don't know, it must be 5 feet or whatever, and then you've got the connector on there, which is a straight 6. Now on there you could use a 6-speed accelerator pedal, you can use a Sequoia, you could use a Tundra, you can use whichever one you've got. I was not sure which one you've got there, so I presume it's going to be either the 3Z 6-speed or it's going to be a Tundra or something like that. Sequoia, Tundra, Forerunner, any of them that came with the V8s will work and will plug in. Okay, so that is basically it. Don't forget about your O2 sensor on the left bank. That's also critical. That's basically it. What I'll do is I will put on the airbox and plug in the airflow meter, and then we will go through it and give her a test run for you. But you should all be good. Okay. Oh, the one thing I didn't show you on here is, yeah, you've got your fuel ignition start. These other 4 wires over here are all for your cluster. Okay, and then you've got one yellow one on the bottom row, which is for your engine light. Okay, and on the middle row you also have 2 wires, a pink and a yellow, and these go to your speed sensor for your air conditioning pump, for your AC pump. Okay, but all of that is explained in your pack. Okay, in your folder. And yeah, let me get everything together here and I'll send you a video of her running. Put on the airbox, obviously plugged in the airflow meter, whatnot. The one thing that you need to just check, you've got coming out of the resonator box, you've got a pipe coming out of the back here that goes to your right hand bank valve cover. You'll see there's get in there, there's a tube over there, this one here. Okay, so this pipe must be connected to that. Okay, this one going into so the pipe going into the resonator box must be between your airflow meter and your throttle body and your airflow meter. So the air going through that tube is calculated by the airflow meter, because at the end of the day that air is going to go into the intake chamber, and obviously the management's going to need to know about that. Okay, so just make sure that is connected up properly on this side. The way it goes through the PCV valve over here, right over here. Okay, and it goes through this tube and then it goes into the airflow meter. Okay, just make sure that all of that is connected as it should be. If you're not using the resonator, not a problem. Just make sure that tube gets connected into the tube going to your airflow meter. So in other words, between your throttle body and your airflow. Okay, that's basically it. Yeah, let's give her a test run. It's going to prime the fuel slightly, ignition start. Not going to run it too long because I don't have a radiator or anything like that built on here, at the moment. Got a little water in here, it looks like. Actually, not really. But yeah, it runs good. Any problems, you give us a shout, okay? But you should have no worries at all.